Hey, what's up, guys? It's Larry, the robot maker, robot general. And today we're going to do something special. I normally have a class that I would have a presentation and everything. But today I'm actually going to demonstrate to you guys what I do every single week, 4 times a week to promote this type of event. Right now, you're watching a stream call where I decide to provide value or content of some sort. Well, I like to do this every single week, and I do it in 4 different categories. The first category is the real estate roundtable, where I actually invite real estate agents to just get together to discuss things real estate related. That's every Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Actually, not 11 o'clock, 2:30, right? On Wednesday, I do a veteran mortgage advisor class where I talk about the VA loan every single week at 11. This is all Central Time. I on Thursday I do a first time homebuyer deep dive class where I take what I do as a webinar, which usually is about an hour long, and I dive deep onto a particular topic or detail that I discuss in the webinar because there's no way to break down everything that I should in a class about the first time homebuyer experience in 1 hour. So I basically nitpick on each detail and talk about that inside the deep dive class. Then the fourth class is the real estate robot army, which is what you're looking at right now, is where I talk about social media and marketing because I am a social media coach and I also run my own social media ad agency. So I kind of provide free tips and advice and information and answer questions about social media on that call. So I do those again 4 times a week, every single week, and I promote it to thousands of people in several groups and several pages, potentially reaching 6 figures in terms of the audience members, right? So that is what I'm going to demonstrate to you today. So that is what you're about to see. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. Hopefully you guys can see everything. And I'm going to remove my Zoom audience here. They've already seen me do this because I actually promoted this event with them on the call. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. So what happens is I actually share a class to like 5, sometimes more different groups, right? And pages as well, right? And I create links on Zoom for each individual post. Why do I do that? Because I want to track where my conversions are at. So if you look at this list here, and I have 50 links, okay, 50 results, right? I have 50 different links for the same event, right? It sounds crazy, but again, I'm tracking conversions because I want to know which link is getting the most eyeballs and which links are getting the most conversions, right? Like in this particular case, this is a link that I put inside the event where if you look at an event on Facebook, you press join, this is the link it opens. Okay. This is a link I put inside the event because in some events you have discussions. Well, I will actually put a link as a native post to see if anyone sees that and clicks that instead. In this case, I got 50 visitors, but 0 conversions. Okay. And then I share the same exact link to the group that I created the event in. In this case, it's the L Team group, which is a personal group I created for real estate agents. And I got 75 visitors and 3 conversions. So right now, I'm having a better conversion rate on the event versus the actual post on the group. But there's a chance because a lot of these people already signed up. Okay. Anyways, the point is, it's measurable, and I'm trying to figure out where I get the most conversions. Now, if you look at another group, like this is new real estate agents, I got 20 on the event link, which is with 8 conversions. On the link shared inside the event, I got 69 clicks, but only 3 conversions. And on the group link, I had 83 visitors, but only 1 conversion. Okay. So it looks like the event is stronger in converting. And that makes a little sense to me because if people are willing to click the event, they're already kind of bought in. And they're like, okay, well, I'm in the event, so I'm gonna join this thing. So they are showing higher intention, right? So I like seeing that. I like that information. That kind of proves a lot of truths, right? Like in this case, same thing. This is the event link. 60 people visited, so not many people visited, but 3%. I mean, 3 of them actually signed up. This one has 61 people clicking, but only 1 signed up, and this one had 81 people and only 1 signed up. So this is like higher quality, right? But of course, this is through the event. It's higher quality. They actually are more intentional. Okay, so this tells me a story. Okay, so that's why I like that. And I have, like I said again, 5 pages worth, 50 different links. Okay, so you're gonna see me actually create all these posts and all these links literally in front of your face. And I'm hoping to do it in 10 minutes or less. It's probably gonna take closer to 15 minutes, but we'll see. I'm always down for a challenge, right? Now, before I do that, does anyone have a question? Anyone? You can unmute yourself. You can comment, whatever. If you have a question, I'll actually pause to answer it. But does anyone have a question on what I'm about to do? Again, I'm promoting the Real Estate Robot Army, the event that you guys are part of right now. I'm promoting next week's, even though I never do that because I like to wait until the day of, because I really believe people will forget if they sign up for an event a week later, an event that's a week later, than if they sign up for an event that's starting right now. But that's okay, because for the sake of education, I'm going to do this for you guys. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions or anything before I move on? Okay. I'll move really fast. If you need me to slow down, you can. I'll try my best to explain, because, of course, it's educational, but I want to show you how fast you can promote to like 5, 6 different pages and groups and potentially thousands of people in like 15 minutes every single week, right? Or once a year, or however many times you want to do your event, okay? I'm going to go and take off my wedding ring, okay? I'm going to take off my watch because I want to be fast, okay? So I'm going to go and take these off, because to me, this is like go time. Like, let's say it's 11. Let's say my clock's at 11 and it's 11:30. I got 30 minutes to make this happen. Okay. So here we go. What I do is I go to events on Facebook. So let me pretend I'm on Facebook, my actual timeline. I actually put in the search events, right? And then it'll actually give me a link to the events, or it'll be one of the search. So right here, events, I click it, and then it actually gives me the chance to look at what's going on right now, but also I can create an event, and also I can look at past events. And that's what I'm going to use, okay? Because to create an event is actually a lot of work, and I'm going to show you right now, okay? I'm going to do it as fast as I can, okay? So create an event, waiting for it, okay? Online, okay? I want it to be general. I'm going to name it fake event, right? And then I'm going to make it for next Friday, right? At 11, because that's when I'm gonna do the real estate roundtable. I'm making it public, right? You see how much I'm clicking, right? I'm clicking this, I'm clicking that. There's an external link. Let's pretend I got the link from here. So I'm going to just copy a link randomly. I'm gonna go click this one, put it in there. Boom. Next. All right. I'm gonna name it this, or actually, here's the description. Boom. Done. Cover photo. I'm gonna use the real estate roundtable cover. Okay. Boom. Publish event. Right. So that's how much work it took for me to just create one event, right? I create 5 or 6 of these, okay? Or I actually promote 5 or 6 of these. So that's how much time it took for me to create one event, just so you know, okay? So let me show you how to make your life easier when you're doing something like this, especially if it's on a weekly basis, okay? I'm gonna go and delete this event because it's fake. It's just for demonstration purposes, okay? So I'm gonna delete this. I don't want to confuse anyone. So let's pretend you start over, and you're like me. You have a bunch of events that you promote every single week, right? Instead of creating a new event, look, it's funny. It actually showed me creating an online event. Hopefully, that doesn't get people signed up. All right. So again, I go to events, and I go to past events. Where's my past events? There it is. No, that's paid events. Come on, Facebook always does this to me. They always like change things on me. Okay, events, your events, past events. Okay, the past events are all the events that you did in the past. It's almost like looking in your inbox, right? So I've actually promoted homebuyer secret classes, veteran mortgage advisory classes, roundtable classes, right? These are all in the past. So I want to see the real estate robot army ones, because this is the class I'm promoting for next week. Okay, I've already did it for today because you guys are part of it right now. I did it literally in front of all the Zoom calls. Okay, Zoom calls, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do to make this really fast. So I actually open each link in a new tab. And again, you have to understand, I'm not even looking at this yet, right? So now I try to put it in order because I have an order of where all my links are at, right? So this one is LLT, that's right. This one is TikTok, which is actually going to be the third group, because I have real estate roundtable the real estate agents that really work as my second group. Where's it at? See, I'm moving fast. Technology is always too slow for me. So there's LL Team, Real Estate Roundtable. Not Roundtable. Really Work, TikTok. Okay, and then the Robot Army, which is correct. Free Lease, that's correct. And this is the personal page. Now I actually have 2 reoccurring events, and because I know that from the back of my mind, I'm going to go ahead and find them. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to find those events, and it's housed in 2 different pages. Actually, 3 different pages, right? So one of them is going to be the Real Estate Robot Army page. Duplicate that. One of them's going to be on the hero page, which is Larry the Mortgage Guy. And you'll see what I mean by hero page. Okay. So I got Larry the Mortgage Guy, and then I also have the L team, right, which is where I promote another event. So wait a minute, here it goes. There's the hero page right there, and then I'm gonna duplicate that. Why didn't I click it? Am I moving too fast? Come on, Larry. Why am I not able to click this? Oh, it's loading. That's why. Okay, so I got the Robot Army page. I got the Larry the Mortgage Guy page, which is my hero page, and then I have my business page. My business page is the LL Team page, right? Not the LL Team group, LL Team page. So this is the page that's public. People see it. My clients can see it. The group is a group I designed just for real estate agents. So I'm going to go ahead and click. It's red because I'm going live. That's kind of funny. So I have it in order of business page, hero page, and then the Robot Army page, which is an additional business page. Okay. So I promote it into these different assets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different assets that I'm going to promote this to. And I'm going to try to do rapid fire for you guys. Okay. So here we go. So this is an old event. This is how I make a new event. Duplicate event. And then move on. Duplicate event because it takes too long for me to load up, right? For it to load up. So, again, technology is too slow for me. So I duplicate event and I move on to the next one. Duplicate event. Go to the next one. Duplicate event. Where is it? Go to the next one. So this is duplicate. Oh, not even edit. I knew this was slow me down there. Get out, please. Okay, duplicate event. There you go. Okay, so these pages are the pages I define. So you got to find the event itself. So what events? And I actually have on this one reoccurring. You see how it's reoccurring? So it's already done. So for the sake of conversation, I was going to recreate it, but it's already done. I already recreated it. And you can actually do that on your pages. So I'm already done with this, right? I'm not even going to bother with this. I'm going to go and click it out. I'm done, right? This one, I'm going to go to this event. Okay, so it's happening now, but this one I remember was not recurring. This one I had to recreate today. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this for next week. You see, I actually have the opportunity to do this. It's funny because this event is going on right now. I'm on Zoom. I'm streaming right now, and this event is going on right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate it for the next week as a demonstration on how you actually promote to different assets, right? So again, this one right here. Let me look at the event. This actually might be recurring as well. Let me click to see. See, it's recurring. So I'm already done with this. I don't even have the bother with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out as well. So I actually just I already know Larry of the past have already set up these two events. So that's out of 9, 2 already done. So I only need to focus on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now that I actually started duplicating events, you see here, it's already ready for me to set it up. So actually I just select the date, which is going to be the 15th, same time. And I'm press create and then move on to the next one. Again, make sure the date's correct. This is the one thing you have to change for sure. Now, the reason I'm doing this way, as you can see, I'm kind of like doing the same thing over and over and over for each event, is top producing loan officers that I follow, right? They told me that they hire coaches, not for real estate agents or not for real estate, but not for mortgage business, but for efficiency in general, right? And the efficiency coaches tell them if you can learn to batch your work where you do the same thing over and over and over multiple times, you'll get a lot more faster and you'll be less confused and less distracted, right? What I mean by that is if I was to sit here and I was to do this process all at one time for one event, it would take me longer to do each event than if I was to do the same small task for each individual event, right? So this one's actually making me choose whatever. But yeah, by doing this, my mind is like not distracted. It's muscle memory. I can talk to you while I'm doing this. I'm literally multitasking right now. Okay. And because I'm able to do that, it makes things more efficient for me. Right. So, again, I'm not even looking at what group it is or what page it is. I just know it's the same information over and over and over. So I'm going to go ahead and just focus on just doing that task. This one, see, it's distracting me a little bit because this one changed the time because, of course, I started this a little bit later. But as you can see, my mind is focused on the same task and completing that task over and over until I'm done. It's like a checklist. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 check boxes. Okay, so let's move on to the first one again. So I've already created the event. I've already put the time in. So now I'm going to do what I do next, which is share the event itself. And again, I have it in a certain order. This is the LL team, right? Larry team, right? So I have a link for sharing inside the event, and I do this for every single event. Okay, so I'm going to add a post. and do this. Again, remember the conversions are different, right? This one got 0 registration, but got 50 clicks. Okay, that's okay. I mean, you never know. Maybe they're not into Zoom. Who knows? But at least I got exposure, right? I got 50 more eyeballs to see it versus just 11, right? Because this is this link right here. Well, you can't really click it, this whatever, because it's probably my event. But this right here is this link. This right here is this link. You see? Again, I'm measuring the difference between what happens here and what happens here. This is what we call click rate optimization, or not click rate, conversion rate optimization. So I'm trying to figure out what converts best, this or this, right? And I'm making it easy for my audience members to click and join, right? So I've covered those two links. Again, I have a link for every individual post I plan to make. So you're going to see a show, okay? So I went ahead and did that. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with just this one, the topic, right? I don't even know what the topic is, right? So I'm going to put any suggestions for this week's topic. Maybe a full on Q&A. Right? And that's going to be my topic that I introduced for next week, which is like, I don't even know what next week, 15th. I mean, I don't even think that far, but in this case, I'm doing it because I want to show you guys how to do this, right? So again, that's going to be the topic. I'm going to copy the text. I'm going to make a little clipboard here because Facebook tends to mess up the text whenever you copy directly from here and post it. So I don't copy from here. I copy from here. Okay. All right. So you saw what I did for one event, right? I'm going to do the same thing, but a lot faster for the next 6 events or 6 pages. Okay. So this one is real estate agents that really work. That's page 2. Inside the event, copy that link. Thumbnail, post, whatever. Okay, now I move on to the next one. I don't even copy the other thing yet because I'm trying to focus on just the one particular task. TikTok for real estate agents shared inside the event. Discussion, add post. Boom. Okay, this one is Real Estate Robot Army. This is the group. See, group, not the page, but the group. You have to kind of see those things to know that you don't use the wrong link. So this is actually shared inside the event, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add a post and move on to the next one. This one is free leads, which is right here inside the event. Again, you might not want to do this. You might think it's useless, but to me, I like to know where my audience members are clicking, where they're converting. I like to know those things, right? I'm measuring, but of course, I'm a professional social media coach, expert, whatever you want to call it. So I'm literally trying to learn so I can demonstrate to you guys and explain to you guys what I think, right? You might ask me, what clicks better, the join event click or if you post an event? Well, in my experience, this is my data, right? That's the reason why I do this, right? This is for a personal page, so I don't even have to click it anywhere. I don't think this is for a business page; it's a personal page. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put in the discussion, but I don't have a group, right? Uh, oh, this is me creating the event. Duh. So I'm like, wait a minute, did I already do this? No, I didn't do it. So where is the personal page? I think that's on page 2 or 3, maybe page. Yeah, here it is right here. Inside the event. Boom. Because I invite people personally, not just real estate agents, whatever, but whoever wants to see my social media on my own personal Facebook. So I have friends and family who aren't real estate agents, who aren't loan officers, who are not going to be part of the groups that I'm posting in. So I'm inviting the general public, and I'll have friends who might be interested. Maybe they'll hire me for their personal business, right? Who knows? This one's Larry the Mortgage Guy. I call this the hero page because you got a business page, which is Van Dyke, Larry Lee team, Van Dyke, and hero page is Larry the Mortgage Guy, right? That's hero page, right? And the cool thing about this hero page, so you can see, and actually, I'll just show you. I'm gonna slow down real quick. I'm gonna show you the hero page is actually a page I created from my personal page. Facebook had a hack or an option. You can probably look this up where they allow you to create a business page based on your personal page and actually uh, merge over the images and everything, and also turn your friends into followers. So what I did is I automatically got like 4,000 followers, right? No, 5,000 followers. I actually regret it today because I have like 10,000 followers now, so I should have waited until then, until now to do it. But when I did it, I had 5,000 people who were friends, and they turned them into followers, which is kind of cool, right? So yeah, um, that is that is uh, that is why this page exists, the hero page, right? So let me go ahead and find the hero page link, which is on page 3. There it is. and I'm done. So now I copy the topic, right? Again, all about efficiency. I don't even know what I posted earlier. I don't even know what page I'm looking at right now. I just know I haven't posted the topic yet because I'm going down the checklist here, right? So again, it's all muscle memory, it's all efficiency. I'm not even thinking. I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So there's no way I can talk to you guys and focus on what I'm doing unless I'm doing it this way, right? So I'm not telling you to go and like, I don't know, watch Netflix while you're doing this. But what I'm saying is that this makes life so much easier and faster, and I'm literally doing it with zero effort, right? So I mean, just think about it. If I'm sharing just 7 different groups, different pages, the same event every single week, that could be a lot of stress, a lot of work that you have to worry about. You can hire someone to do it, and of course, when I'm doing this, I'm recording this so that I can show a virtual assistant someday who might take over and like, hey, I need you to do this every single week for me 4 times a week, and just pay someone to do it, right? But you can't do it if you don't have a system, right? And of course, I know how long it takes for me to do it. So if I tell VA to do it for me and they say it took them 10 hours, I'm like, no bullshit. It took me 30 minutes. So something is wrong, right? So again, I mean, you can't really leverage if you don't know what it is you're leveraging. So I'm making sure I learn the system. I learn the best way. I can train people. I can show them on video. This is how you're supposed to do it, and expect them to do it on the same level, maybe a little bit slower, hopefully faster, right? And again, I don't even know where I'm at. See, I'm already done. I didn't even think about it, right? Because again, I'm not paying attention because the efficiency mindset, the doing the same task over and over and over, right? So as a real estate agent, I can't really demonstrate to you what I'm thinking, what I would think on how to apply this, but I can tell you how to apply this um, as a loan officer, right? So let's say I have 10 loans going on and 4 of them needs to be locked. I'm not going to go to each individual loan and look at it and then lock it and then, call the client and everything. I'm going to go, okay, I have 10 loans, which need to be locked, these 4. Okay, let me open these 4, lock, lock, lock. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, now the 10, let's go and review everything, make sure it's good, make sure everything's clean. What's the update? Where are they at? What, are they underwriting? Are they in processing? Do we have an appraisal yet? Okay, let me take notes for each one. Loan number 1, notes. Loan number 2, notes. Number 3, notes. Okay, after do that, then I call my clients. I call client number 1. Okay, hey, Mister, whatever, we lock your rate at this point. Okay, perfect. You have any question? No problem. Okay, let's go to number 2, and I just boom, 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 knock everything out. So like I'm basically doing the same task, same mentality, same mindset, same vibe over and over and over because that's the mode I'm in. I mean, it's really distracting to like click a loan, look at it, look at the rates, look at that, call the client. Maybe they have a problem, whatever. I hang up and okay, I got to do this all over again for the next loan. No, I'm like knocking it all out, boom, 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 boom. The only time things might get kind of chaotic or weird is if I get on the phone call, which is why I try to do everything first and then I send my updates out, right? That way, if I have a fire, I have a fire, right? I can focus on the fire. And let's say this client, this loan number 9 calls me. Hey, Larry, I haven't heard from you today. You always call me every single day at this time. Oh yes, I actually have an update. This is what happened. Why? Why do I have the update? Because I already went through it. I don't have to sit there and like hold on loan number 2. Let me open up loan number 9 and review it real quick. Okay, sorry, Mr. Customer, you have to wait for 5 minutes for me to get up to speed on what's going on with your loan. No, I already did it. I already did the work. I already went through every single loan. I took down the notes. I'm ready to call each person. So if I'm on loan number 2 and loan number 9 calls me and asks for an update, I have it right there. Boom. Yeah, I'll actually call you, Mr. Customer. I actually just looked at your loan. This is what's going on. See, it makes things a lot better when you're like that, when you're prepared, when you're actually focusing on the easy task and getting them all done rapid fire. And of course, you don't want to make sure you don't screw up. So don't do this to things that might be too hard for you to replicate. But if you can replicate it, then that's how you should do it, right? And someone asked a question. KT says, without showing the point and click steps, can you explain the strategy slowly, please? Thank you so much. Yes, KT, I will explain that. I'll just let me get through it real quickly, KT, because I think I talked about it in the beginning of the call, right? I'm going to talk about it again at the end of the call to kind of review everything. So I promise you I will give you that information. And if you end up leaving, that's okay because we'll have a replay for this, okay? So again, I'm done with all this. The reason I'm stopping right now is because the next step is a little bit more complicated, but it's still got the same kind of concept or the same mindset. So before I do that, does anyone have questions other than what KT asked? Any questions? Any comments? Okay, I'm moving on. All right, so the next step is I'm actually going to share this in the group or the page that is housing the event, right? Now, because I'm using 2 screens, this is gonna be a little bit harder because I actually open up a separate tab. But in this case, I'm not gonna even open a separate tab because I don't want to like lose the tabs, right? So I'm gonna just click the link, but I usually open a separate tab. I do this and I open a new tab. But I'm not gonna do that because again, I don't have much real estate on my screen to do that and still be able to be quick about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click the link. But I know that every single group, and I'm gonna do it one time slowly for one group, so you can see the entire process of what I used to do, and then I'm gonna do it rapid fire for the next 6. Okay. So what I do is I actually right click and open up the group, and now I got to share the the information on the group. Because again, if you see here, when you share in the group, you actually do get a conversion, right? Or you get a lot more exposure, right? In this case, 75 people saw the link in the event, 3 clicked. This one, 69 people saw the event, they clicked. Okay. In this case, 80 people saw the event. Actually, no. I'm looking at the wrong ones. Okay, 11 people saw the event link in the event and clicked 3, and 75 people saw the Zoom link on the group, but 3 clicked. So even though I got the same conversions, probably because people more bought in this point, I got 75 more views on the link, right? And you'll notice that the group views are always going to have the higher views. See, always going to have the higher views, right? And this is the real estate robot army, so it's a little bit weaker, right? Because I just started this year, but the Roundtable I did a whole year's work, right? So I'm going to show you those numbers, right? When I go to Roundtable, right, you can actually see the event link is 115. Shared inside the event is 542, but the group 742. And I got more conversions there. I actually doubled my conversions by posting in the group. So to me, I see value in making the event as well as posting in the group. This one creates the event, so they have to click the event and then they click the link to the Zoom call. This one, it goes straight to the Zoom call, right? So I got different types of conversion. I got people that are going to multi-steps in order to get in, and I have people who just click the link and they go in, right? But you'll see, again, there's value to promoting to the actual group. Like in this case, this is the event link 110, right? But then I actually created a group link for them. This is shared inside the event, right? See, but the group link, meaning I promote it to the group, 890 conversions or 890 visitors, right? So there's a difference. It's worth it. You get double. You can get double the exposure by doing both. So I'm trying to cover both. You see what I'm saying? So again, what I'm doing is I'm going to post the topic, right? Because the topic is kind of like the draw or whatever, the clickbait, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to post the topic. And I'm doing this early, too early. I'm doing it too early, right? I'm going to go ahead and put next week's topic because then I'm going to do it again next Friday because, again, I want to stay on top of mine. So it's going to be this week, next when I post on Friday. But today I'm putting next week because I want to be relevant. So I'm going to do double promoting for this. But I'm going to go ahead and create the link or the what do you call it, the teaser post or the clickbait post, right? And then I'm going to put it into my board here because, again, if I copy from here, Facebook kind of messes up the font. So there you go, right? And then after I do that, I actually post the link, the clickbait description again, and then I go and I click the link for the group, which in this case is right here, shared inside group. You see that? So I'm going to copy that and I post it. Again, I'm trying to get different types of conversions. Some people will respond to the Zoom link, some people will respond to the clickbait link, right? As you can see, it works. So what I do is I actually will use the same link and post it here. Because again, people might read this right here and they're like, okay, yeah, I want a suggestion, but what do I do? Oh, it's for Zoom. That's what Larry's asking for. Okay. I might comment here, but I also will click and sign up. Right. And of course, if it starts a conversation, I'm going to be like, okay, great. We're going to talk about this. I want to answer that question on this Zoom link. And I'm going to promote the Zoom link. Okay, great question. I'm going to go ahead and answer to you in the Zoom next week. Here's the Zoom link, right? So I'm going to try to drive conversions into my Zoom calls. Again, I'm trying to build a database, right? So that's how I do it for one group. Okay. I got 6 more groups to do. And I used to do this, again, individually, and it took a lot longer, right? So I'm going to show you how to do it rapid fire, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and click the group link because, again, I don't want to confuse myself because my window's smaller right now. So I'm going to just click the asset I'm supposed to share this in, right? This is my personal page, so I'm not even going to do that. So I'm done with that. And this is the hero page. Okay, cool. So this one is already done. This one's already done. And I can actually close out if I want, but I sometimes leave it just for good measure. All right, so this is the new group. So I'm gonna go show you exactly what I do. Post a clickbait post. All right, make sure it finishes. And then I post the beginning of the Zoom link post, right? Which is, again, I showed you what I do here. I do the teaser post, and I do this post. So I'm already preparing for that post. I don't have the link yet because the link is an individual link. That's the one thing I can't copy and paste and do over and over repetitively. I have an individual link for each thing, right? So yeah, you might think that's inefficient, but that's the whole point. Is if I want to be efficient and not worry about it, then I would just share one link. I wouldn't even bother. But that way, by doing this, I know which link converts, which method converts, which method gives me the best ROI. That way, if I decide that I don't have time to do one thing, I know which one to do. Right? Excuse me. And again, this is for learning purposes, educational purposes is how I'm supposed to say it. I think. I forgot to press post on that one. I forget to press post on this one. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. This is supposed to be for the event link, I think. So I messed up on that one. And this is the page. So when it comes to pages, I don't do the teaser post. I go ahead and go for the juggler with the Zoom link. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta go back. So sorry, I'm confusing you guys a little bit. I think I messed up there a little bit. So let me go and start over here. Okay. So yeah, I knew it. I already shared the big post link, the clickbait post. I'm gonna go ahead and start the what do you call it? The Zoom link post, right? I use the same description. All of them. Done. And now I got to post the individual link. So there's real estate, that real estate agents that really work, which is page 2. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong thing. I'm in the Roundtable. I need to go back to real estate robot army, which is the call that we're doing right now. Wait a minute. Where is it? Disappeared on me. That's okay. Okay, page 2. And it's shared in the group. Therefore, I am sharing the Zoom link directly to the group now. Okay. Now I'm going to do that as well in the clickbait because I want them to at least go somewhere. If they see this, they know that I'm promoting a Zoom link, right? So TikTok, that's page 2 as well. Post. And then click in the comments of the clickbait post. More bait for your buck. Oh crap! That's the wrong link. See, that's where I messed up, and that's what I get for talking. This is not supposed to be this link. This is supposed to be a different link because I just clicked the TikTok link in there. I think so. This one is Real Estate Robot Army. So that's actually page 3, I believe. Yeah. See, and that's the right link. I almost messed up my tracking there. And this is agents, free agents, which I think is page 4. Yep, there's free leads shared inside the group. That's the link I'm looking for. And then this is the hero page, which is page 3. And again, I just memorized this stuff, right? Shared inside the event. Actually, this is actually the page. So I'm gonna just use the actual event link. I just do it because I don't have a separate page one. Because I only decided later on to add the hero page post, right? I decided to do that, but to me, the hero page is going to be probably the least conversion, so I'm not too concerned about messing that up. I always delete these because I don't have 50. That's the thing about Zoom. They only allow you 50 links, which is probably more than enough. But I didn't want to delete these because I might use these in the future. Because again, I promote to loan officers as well. So low lives is a loan officer group. Okay, so I'm done. That's it. That's literally the demonstration I want to show you guys. Okay, KT asked me to sort of explain uh, the strategy or mindset. So what I'm doing is I have an event, the event that you're a part of right now. This is a Zoom call about social media marketing, right? I do this every single week, okay? And I do a class like this literally 4 times a week. Well, on Tuesdays, not really a class. It's called the Real Estate Roundtable, where we actually just get together and talk. It's a private call, so I don't stream that. Okay, meaning whoever is on the Zoom, we discuss it, and only people who are on the Zoom are allowed access to the replays. Okay, but the next 3 days, because that's on Tuesday, the next 3 days, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 11 o'clock without fail, I have 3 other classes that are different. The first one for Wednesday is VMA or virtual. I don't know why I say virtual. Veteran Mortgage Advisor, which is about the VA loan, where I actually talk about things about the VA loan in general, whether it's myths or how to qualify or information that veterans would get value out of if they were to join the call. And of course, anyone interested in helping veterans. So that's on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, I do a first time homebuyer class, right? Basically, I do a Zoom call every. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I do a lot of first time homebuyers Zoom webinars or in person webinars where I literally kind of cover the general topics or general ideas about how to buy a house. Very general. Like I talk about like credit scores, where they need to be. I talk about what you need in terms of income, what kind of funds you need, things like that, right? But I don't get really deep into it. I just kind of gloss over it because again, it's impossible for me to really cover all the details in an hour long webinar. I kind of let the Q&A drive the details I might cover because that's usually where the granular conversation starts, is when people start asking questions. So the deep dive, which I do every Thursday, is where I basically address those types of questions and I get really deep into it. Like yesterday, I talked about interest rates and how to get the most accurate interest rate possible. Something I would not talk about in a webinar because, or in a first time homebuyer seminar or whatever, because it's just too much information. It's too deep. They don't even know if they want to buy yet. They don't even know if they qualify yet. Why am I talking about interest rates and how to get the best one? You know what I'm saying? Unless someone asks me that question, I won't address it. Right. So again, I get really deep on particularities about the home buying process. Okay. That's every single week. And I really believe 52 weeks in a year is not enough to cover everything that a first time homebuyer needs to know. So I have plenty of content to share. I'll never run out. Okay. And then on Fridays, like today, I do social media marketing classes or social media coaching because I believe I can help people grow their business or make social media better for them if they're trying to use it to grow their business or make money. Right. So I do that every single Friday. So I promote these events and I have 2 audiences I'm trying to promote to. The audience that already subscribes to me, which is all the Zoom people who are in my Zoom list, which is like almost 900 people, like 800 people who are subscribed to the Zoom call. And that's where most of my conversions happen. That's where most of my audience members who come and attend these Zoom calls, that's where they come from. But I also want to grow that audience. So I promote it the way you just saw me promote it. Right? I promote it on Facebook using events. Okay. The reason why I like to use events is because events, it's almost like a big deal whenever you promote an event. And events actually gets promoted by Facebook in people's timelines and their notifications. And it also reminds them, by the way, you have an event tomorrow, right? So Facebook is pushing or encouraging the idea of using events. So I'm just leveraging that part of Facebook. So the event tells you pretty much everything you need to know, what it's about, what time it is, right? And what day it is, and basically what the topic is about. And then I actually put more content in there. I actually put again the clickbait topic, like what's going on today, what are we going to talk about today. The event is literally like a super steroid shot Facebook post. But again, it gets in their timeline better. It reminds them. People can actually put that they're interested, so they're basically subscribing to the event. So the event is really cool, right? Plus, if you post the event or you create the event inside the group will actually post the event. It will actually promote the event for you. So it automatically drives it to however many people are part of the group, whether it's 50 people or 100,000 people, right? So I create events in as many groups as I can that I believe has my ideal audience, and then I promote it, right? So I create the event and then I promote inside the event and I push the event, right? But ultimately, I just want them to get to the Zoom call, right? I want them to sign up for the Zoom call. So again, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. So if you can see here, I'm literally just trying to get these numbers up, right? The registrations, okay? In this particular call, I have 101 registrations. Okay, I've been doing this for a little less than 4 months. Okay, so not a great number, but I'm going to be doing this anyways, right? And I'm hoping that number will be closer to 1,000 by the end of the year. Okay, again, I've been doing the real estate roundtable, which uh, is basically just an open forum, right? But I've been doing it for real estate roundtable for pretty much all of 2021, right? So if you look at those numbers, I actually have 729 registrations. It was more, but people opt out, whatever, right? But this is me grinding every single week, doing the same thing over and over and over, posting, right? Yet, hold on, Ralph said I had to jump in and out, take calls. Is this recorded? Yes, Ralph. There will be a replay, so don't worry. I always do a follow up after our Zoom calls, and since you attended this call, you'll be a part of the email list that gets a follow up, and I'll share a replay directly to this particular call. And KT asks, "Are you creating an FB event, then putting a link below in the comments? How are you tracking? Are these groups your own or ones you are part of?" So the first question, are you creating FB events, then putting a link below in the comments? The answer is yes. I'm creating a Facebook event. See? So in this particular group, right? This is my group. This is a real estate agent group I created where I'm trying to uh, engage with potential referral partners, but I don't care. There's no requirement. You could be a real estate agent that doesn't do any production. You could be a real estate agent in Alaska. You could be a real estate agent in Mars. I don't care, right? I just don't allow loan officers in the group, right? I don't care about anyone else. And I literally designed it so that I can be in front of them and hopefully have a relationship with them. And if we can do business together, they'll be willing to do business with me, right? That's why I created this group. So in this group, I will actually create an event, right? And I already created a bunch of events. So I'm going to create an event, and the event is whatever it is I'm doing. In this case, it's the Real Estate Robot Army. It's my brand regarding my social media content and my training and my advertisement company that I have. Okay, so basically, I'm sharing free knowledge that took me years and thousands of dollars and lots of mistakes to learn. I'm just giving it to you away for free. Okay. And I'm doing that because I used to coach, meaning I used to get paid to coach every single month by people. So I had like hundreds of people sign up for my coaching. But then eventually they drop off or they don't feel like they're getting, the value that they want or whatever, or maybe they just don't have time. And I thought to myself, you know what? I probably would have been better off if I just gave it all away for free and build a larger audience instead of like finding people who are willing to pay me the small amount of people that are willing to pay me for my information, right? So I decided to just open my coaching out to everybody publicly. No expectation of any kind of signing up or paying for it. Okay. But of course, I have to deliver or distribute the content. So the best way to deliver is to be connected on Facebook somehow. So in this case, I'm trying to get people connected through my groups. Okay. So I create the event and then I promote the event. Now, you asked, are you putting the link below in the comments? Well, I'm putting a link to the Zoom call. Yes. Right. And see the links that you see here, because you're asking, how are you tracking? This is how I'm tracking right now, Katie. If you look, every single link is different. Every single link have a different amount of followers or registration. Every link have a different uh, conversion rate. When I look at my registration, it tells me which link they signed up through. So I'm tracking everything. I'm tracking how many people showed up, how many people actually signed up, and it tells me where they signed up, and it actually tells me what time they signed up. So I'm tracking everything, and that's why I create all these links. Okay, Zoom, in its great wisdom, and I didn't know about this about Zoom whenever I signed up for it. I didn't know this. Okay, this is like a happy surprise for me. When I found out I can create multiple links and it tells me who registered and how many people registered and everything like that, I was like, holy crap, Zoom is awesome. I don't think anyone knows how awesome Zoom is. It is freaking awesome. I know exactly how many people click the link. So I use it for paid advertisement as well. Like I'll advertise and I see how many people clicked the link and didn't sign up. I'm like, okay, something's wrong with my Zoom page because no one's signing up. They see it, they click it, but they're not signing up. So it gives me information that I need in order to be a great marketer or a better than I am today marketer, right? So I track everything, right? Yes. So you're asking, so each Zoom link has its own tracking in Zoom or in Facebook in Zoom. This is Zoom right here. See the question you're asking. So each Zoom link has its own tracking in Zoom or in Facebook. It's in Zoom. See, and I can create as many links to one. In this case, I have 50. Right? I actually have 35 here. 35. 50 is the limit. Is the maximum. Okay. So the real estate robot army, which is what we're on right now, I have 100 registrants. Right. I have 50 links. Right. 100 registrants, 50 links, and I know where they signed up through. I know which links they clicked. Okay. And I'll tell you this, KT, if I saw 1,000 visitors and 100 registrations on this link and all the rest of them were zero, I would abandon this whole thing. I would be like, you know what? I have enough information to know that this does not work. This works. I'm going to do this full force. Okay. And it gives me things to experiment with. Okay. Well, this one seems to convert the best. Let me go ahead and create an ad and put money behind it to promote to this kind of audience using this kind of verbiage. Right. So it helps. Right. So yes, I track everything. Okay. Uh, KT says, "Gotcha. Thank you. No problem. No problem." And and again, why am I doing this? Because I want an audience to sign up for whatever it is I'm selling. When I say selling, I'm talking about my education, right? My content, my coaching. I want people to sign up for what I'm selling. So what I do is I promote these links. And again, I can make my life easy and just promote one link. They provide you a link. This is the link right here. They provide you a link, registration link. But I want to track. I want to know if my efforts are correct, right? So I do this extra work. You don't have to. You don't have to do this extra work. You can literally just share one link and just stick to that, right? And that's what many people do. But again, some people don't know what they're doing and they don't know where they're getting the conversion. They have no idea what's working. I know. I know exactly where my conversions are coming from. I know which group responds the best. I know, let's say I do this for a year and my page links gets no views and no registrations. Then in 2023, I'm no longer going to promote on that page. Now, hopefully, it doesn't take me that long to realize it's a mistake because that means I've made the mistake 52 times, right? But eventually, I'm going to be like, you know what? It's not really converting, so I'm going to go ahead and just let it go. But it depends. Maybe I do it just to kind of keep top of mind. Maybe I do it just to have some information or branding on my page. Who knows why? So I have to kind of measure if it's worth it or not, right? So okay, so KT asks, is the lead ad form as good as an event in your mind? Also, can you explain the make your personal friends followers on any page? I have just one. Hope that question makes sense. So I'm going to address the first question first. Is the lead ad form as good as an event in your mind? In my mind, they're different things. Okay. A lead ad form is literally going to the cold market, people who don't know who you are, people that Facebook figured might want to might want your information or might be interested in what you're doing. Maybe they'll follow you. Who knows? They're kind of guessing at that point who they think your ideal audience is, and they're going to feed your message to them. Right? That's what lead ad forms do. Right? Or any kind of Facebook advertising does. Okay. When it comes to uh, events, you're kind of in front of your ideal audience already. You're kind of already targeting who you know. You're creating an event inside a group. If it's a group that you own, great. See, you asked me earlier, do I own all these groups? Some of these groups I don't own, but I happen to be an admin because I have a relationship with the owner, which is very fortunate for me, right? And they see value in what I do. So it's kind of a win-win situation. So you as a real estate agent can probably find individuals who run large groups and find a way to find a mutual benefit for helping each other. Maybe you can be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and monitor the group for you guys. So you don't have to, right? Because there's a lot of work to monitor a group, especially if it's like 100,000 members, right? So let me help you monitor. So you're basically working for them, and therefore you get access as an admin. And when you're an admin, you can actually create events and stream into the groups like I'm doing, right? So to answer your question, yes, I do own some of the groups, and some of the groups I don't own, but I'm an admin, so therefore I'm able to freely stream into these groups. Okay. Um, I think that at this point I'm employing the events method. That's why you're seeing, because I think I know where my ideal audience is and I have access to them. I don't have to pay Facebook to find them. Now there will be a time where I'm going to throw money at this because I want to scale. I'm greedy, right? So I can only do so much as one individual, as one person. That's why I have to create a robot. I have to create an army, right? And by paying Facebook, I'm actually kind of creating an army because I'm gonna program Facebook to do what I want it to do, and I'm gonna pay it, and they're gonna do it for me automatically. So I'm gonna be sleeping, and it's gonna do exactly what I'm doing right now. You see what I'm saying? So yes, that will happen. But in my opinion, I don't think I'm ready for that. So at this point, I think it's better for me to focus on events and what I'm doing now organically to sort of uh, build a name for myself, brand myself, kind of establish myself a little bit of connection with everyone, and at the same time learn. Right? I want to not make any mistakes because I want to throw money at it. I want to throw money at the best message possible. Now, maybe I have to spend money in order to learn, but that's a different type of learning, right? Right now, I don't even know if I've perfected the organic side yet, which is free. So I want to do that first and make sure it's clean and good and something I can manage before I actually decide to scale it with money, right? So in my situation, events are better because of that particular reason. Now, let's say I perfected the events thing and I can start doing lead forms. I actually think lead forms would be better because I can throw money at it, right? Let's pretend I throw $100 a month on it and it makes me $1,000 commission. Well, shit, I'm gonna put $200 in the next month, and if it produces me 2,000 commission, well then I'm gonna throw $1,000, and hopefully that makes me 10,000. That makes me 10,000, right? Then I'm gonna throw 2,000, and it's just gonna scale up. So in my mind, a lead form, if you can scale it, if you can emulate exactly what I'm doing, and it creates an ROI that you are satisfied with, then it's the better way. Because if I spend $1 to make and I get two all day long, I'll spend $1,000,000 because I'll make 2 million. I'm literally doubling my money. I'm literally multiplying my money by doing that. So yes, lead forms has a better potential, but I don't think it's the right way to go if you don't have your message down yet. If you don't know what you're doing, which is what I'm still tweaking right now. Okay. You said also, can you explain the make your personal friends followers on any page? I have just one. Oh, that is a totally different class, but I'm going to show you what you can do to start. Okay. So I'm going to go and share my screen here real quick. So just Google it. Turn your Facebook profile into a page. And make sure you find Facebook related stuff. So right here, how to create, no, that's how to create a page. How to convert a profile file into a page, right? And again, this is like a totally different class. I don't have time to spend on it, but it tells you what you need to do to turn your profile into a page. And I'm not saying your profile disappears. I'm just saying it duplicates a page and it uses your profile information to create that page. So basically what it does is it takes your friends and turns them and makes them followers on your new page is basically what it does, right? So go to create Facebook page or based on your profile. So click this link and there it is. How to convert your personal account. Claim a page to convert your personal account. Hmm. I'm not trying to merge pages. I'm trying to create I'm trying to create a page from a profile. Convert your personal account. It looks like it would be right here, but I don't see it. This is not giving me the information I'm looking for. So maybe they took that away. Maybe they changed it. But that's how I did it first. I Googled it and I found out how to do it. Like this is what it is. How to convert a profile into a page. That's literally what I found. And again, maybe it's old information. I mean, this is February 26, 2022, so that's pretty recent. Oh, it's broken. Okay, so I guess they don't have it right now. How do I convert my personal Facebook profile into a business page? It says this feature of Facebook is still unavailable. This is the new help page, however, mentions the ability to convert your personal account to a page. However, there's no corresponding directions on how to do it. We will continue to monitor and update this page when this feature becomes available. It said this feature on Facebook is currently broken, right? So at one point when it wasn't broken, I was able to do it. Okay, but I guess right now it's not available. So I guess you have to keep in mind or keep an eye on it. But yeah, sorry that doesn't help you right now, but it was possible at one point because I did that with my page. Okay, so let's see here. Ralph asks, in Zoom, can you create a link just for me so you can track how many people are clicking registering through? Yes, Ralph, I can do that. Yes. In fact, I do that for my referral partners who want to share my events. Like I have referral partners who like Larry, I want to invite my audience members. I want to invite my sphere to your classes. How do I do that? And I will create a link because I want to know how well it's going. Right? It'll tell me which referral partners are actually working and which referral partners are not. It tells me which referral partners have a strong audience or strong sphere and which ones do not. So yes, I will. I can create that for you if you want. Like for whatever class you want, Ralph, I'll create a link just for you, and then I'll be able to. And you can share that link, and I'll be able to see how many people are converting. I'll tell you, and in fact, it'll tell me who signed up, and I can tell you, okay, this person signed up through your link. Like this is your sphere. Like I'll look at it, it'll be like Ralph's link. It'll be like John Jones, Ralph's link. I'm like, hey Ralph, John Jones, who's in your sphere, apparently signed up through my Zoom call, my webinar through your link. Yes, I can do that. In fact, I encourage it if you want to do something like that. Okay. I am licensed in California, by the way. Hopefully you knew that. All right. So KT asks, so each pre-made Zoom link up to 50 has a running total of the conversions for that link, no matter how many times I've used that link to promote an event. Or is it tracking per event by adding a date identifier to a specific pre-made Zoom link? Jesus, that was a mouthful. Hope that question makes sense too. LOL. KT, it does make sense. Okay. The pre-made Zoom link, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because I want everyone who's watching to know what we're referring to. Okay. And I don't know if I guess I did use this. Okay. So every Zoom link has a running total of how many people clicked it, right? And how many people restrict. And this is a newer link. This is I've actually only started the Real Estate Robot Army classes for this year. Okay. But I want to show you what's been going on for a whole year with the Real Estate Roundtable. So I started this in 2020, I believe, right? So I have 115 visitors on that exactly. So everything I did for the last 52 weeks or whatever, this is my results. It tells me how many people registered. Now, based on the date, it doesn't tell me here, obviously, because each person registered at a different time. But when you download a registration list, right? Like when you download, like I can go export all right here, right? When I go to export all, it actually shows me all the people who registered. I'm showing you right now. Hopefully you guys don't try to steal emails or whatever. But these are all the people that registered, right? And it tells me what link they used. See? And it tells me the date and time. It tells me the person's name, email, when they registered, and what link they used. I can track everything. Like if Ralph wanted to give me a link, use a link of mine, I can give him a link. He can promote it, and it'll tell me this person Ralph's link, this person Ralph's link, this person Ralph's link. I'll be like, Ralph, you have Martha, Alyssa, and Andrea who both signed up through your link that you shared to me. Just so you know, right? So they're definitely looking for first-time homebuyer content, right? So it tells me again name, number, email. I mean not number because I don't want numbers. I do want numbers, but it would slow down these signups, which is why I don't do it. People need an email in order to log into Zoom, but they don't need a phone number, so I don't ask for it. Even though I wish I could but I know they'll drop conversions. That's why I don't ask for it. I try to get the number after the fact if I do engage with a person, right? But I have classes for that as well. I actually have tricks on how to get phone numbers as well. But again, when someone signs up for the Zoom, first name, last name, email, when they sign up, and what link they use. To me, that's enough information to know which one is doing the best. And I mean, of course, time is just fun to know, right? But yeah, that's on every Zoom uh, I have. When people sign up, it tells me everything. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question, KT. KT asks, so if you only get 50 pre-made links and have more than 50 other influencers you want to create a link for to track, how does that work? Well, you're screwed. You can't do that. Maybe Zoom has a feature where I can buy more links. I don't know. There's a chance. I mean, sometimes that's that requires an upgrade, which I don't know. I mean, I might be the only person that's maxed out 50 links. Who knows, right? Um, but if that were to happen, then I would add an additional step to it, which I don't like, but I would. Okay. It doesn't give me the intel or information I would want. Meaning, it doesn't tell me like what link they. Well, actually, it would tell me what link they subscribe to. But not really. No. Okay. So let's say I created a generic link called the influencers link. It is link number 50, right? Because I have 49 links. I have one link called the influencers link, right? And then I share that link to 10 different influencers, right? What I would do is I would actually create a bit.ly. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's a cool little feature that I used to use before I had the Zoom thing, right? But bit.ly allows you to create specific small form links that leads you to a larger, longer link, right? So in this case, I have an honest blunt first home buyer webinar, which is this is the original link. This is a YouTube link here, and then I shortened it by creating a bit.ly, right? So in that particular scenario, if I ever encounter that, I would actually create a different bit.ly for each individual influencer. So it would be Ralph, KT, Sean, John, right? So there's 4 links right there. I would create the same link but different bit.lys, and I would name it KT, Ralph, Sean, John, right? And then I would know based on these numbers who's sharing the most, who's getting the most conversions. Unfortunately, once they sign up, I wouldn't know who the person is or which link they sign up to, because when I go to the webinar information on Zoom, it's just going to tell me they sign up through the influencer link, and that's it. But I won't know which one because it doesn't tell me, because bit.ly doesn't tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So I would do in that case just to track which person's getting the most production. But other than that, I don't have any more information. So, but yeah, that's the best I can do. I don't know. Maybe there's an upgrade for 100 links. Who knows, right? But I've never seen them say, "Oh, you've hit the max. Click here to upgrade." Because sometimes that's how they get you, right? When you're using some sort of system or some sort of process, a software or whatever, and you hit a limit, they'll be like, "Oh, looks like you're trying to use a pro version feature. Click here to upgrade to get 50 more or get 50 more links or whatever." Right? Nothing like that happened on Zoom, so I don't know if it's a feature. If it is, I might actually pay for it. But at this point, I can make do with 50, at least for now. But who knows? If I start doing lead forms, like you were saying, if I start throwing ads out there and I want to have a link for each individual state, that's going to be 50 links right there. Freaking Texas, Nevada, Utah, Florida, California, Louisiana, New York, right? I might have to have a link for each individual state to see which one gets the most response, right? Even though I'm not licensed in every single state, but I might be measuring real estate agents. Who knows? Maybe it'll tell me which license I need to get next, right? That's kind of a smart way to determine where I should get licensed next by spamming this shit out of my links to different states and seeing which states responds the most. I was like, well, crap, Utah has like 1,000 times more conversions than freaking Texas. I should get a license in Utah, right? So there's a chance that I might be able to find a use for 50 more links, right? So let's see here. You said, Katie says, thank you so much. Yes, I have heard of Bitly. We could chat all day. This has been great. It's the first time I have been in a live call with you. You have created a presence in my mind as a leader in the real estate industry, and kudos to you for that. Bless you. Thanks again. No problem, Katie, of course. Where do we get a recording of this? Thanks again. Katie, I'm pretty sure I have your email address because that's the only way you can be a part of my Zoom call. So hopefully you used a correct email address. If you didn't, then you won't get the follow up that shows you the replay. And that's okay if you didn't give me the right email address. I'm going to tell you right now how to do that. All you have to do is go to Google or YouTube and search Larry the Mortgage Guy or Larry the Robot Maker or Real Estate Robot Army, and you should be able to find this exact call, right? Hold on 1 second here. Sorry, I got people texting me about mortgages. So if you go to YouTube, and let's say you don't remember anything, right? Or you don't have the right email, whatever, right? If you go to YouTube, you type out real estate robot army. I try to use very simple branding so you remember me, okay? Robot army, because imagine the army robots. That's what I'm trying to create. I try to create a robot army. A robot army. You put real estate robot army, you'll probably find, see right here, you'll see links of my brand, right? So eventually you'll find the recording. Okay. In this case, it's this one right here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it. And it's funny because it's like being meta, right? I'm like self-aware. I'm watching my own Zoom in real time, right? But I'm gonna go and click this. So eventually you'll find the recording. Okay. In this case, it's this one right here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and click it. And it's funny because it's like being meta, right? I'm like self-aware. I'm watching my own. Okay, so all I did was go in there just to get the link. I'm sharing the link right now, so you can have it. Okay, but that's how I get my link, so I can share it to people later on the follow up. What will I name this recording? Well, for now, it's called "I'm going to do a live demo of how I promote my weekly events to potentially thousands of people." So that's the event. I mean, that's the clickbait I used. Oh, you know what? I didn't share my screen, but Zoom people saw it, right? So sorry about that. Here, again, if you were to type in real estate robot army, right, you'll find literally my channel right away, right? Like you'll recognize me, okay? And in this particular case, is I'm going to do a live demo of how I promote my weekly events to potentially thousands of people, and then of course I just copy the and in this particular case is I'm going to do a live demo of how I promote my weekly events to potentially thousands. It's taking a long time. Technology always just slowing me. And then of course I just copied and in this particular case, see, I was meta. You see, I had a screen within the screen. I'm gonna do that just to be funny. You see my screen like boom, 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 like those mirrors, right? You see here, just for fun. I was meta. You see, I had a screen within the screen. I'm gonna do that just to be funny. You see my screen like boom, 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 like those mirrors, right? You see here, just for fun. I was meta. You see, I had a screen within the screen. I'm gonna do that just to be funny. You see my screen like boom, 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 like those mirrors, right? You see here, just for fun. I was meta. You see, I had a screen within the screen. I'm gonna do that was kind of fun. All right, cool. So yeah, again, that's all I have. KT says you rock. Thanks again. I appreciate you, KT, and hopefully we can talk to each other again in the future. You can subscribe. You know, there's a subscribe button right there. You always click there, subscribe, and make sure that you get all my content. And you, of course, sign up for my Zooms because I do a follow up every single time to let people know about my next class. So you know, you can make sure that you are in touch that way. But hopefully that answers all your questions. Now, before I go, I want to know, does anyone else have any questions? This was a long call, but it was worth it to me. This was a fun call for me. Right? Does anybody else have any questions? Any ahas? Anything you want to share? What was the best thing you learned today? What was the funniest thing you heard today? Whatever. Okay, I'll take that as a no comment. Well, I really appreciate you guys being on this call. If you have any questions, you can always call me, text me, email me, whatever you like. And again, you can always Google me, Larry the Mortgage Guy, Larry the Robot Maker, Real Estate Robot Army, and you'll definitely find me. Okay. Either way, I really appreciate you guys being on this call. This is Larry the Robot Maker, Robot General. I'm out. See you guys later. Looks like I got a lot of calls and texts to follow up with.